Just as with the tambourine, great nuance is required for proficient performance on the triangle. Numerous techniques are required to gain proficiency on this instrument, and some underlying difficulties lie in the approach. Consistency in tone is exceptionally difficult to achieve here. When picking up the triangle for the first time, you may notice that every time you strike it, you will hear a slightly different sound. This comes from faintly different striking angles and playing areas, due in part to the fact that the triangle swings when it's struck. The first topic I'd like to get into with the triangle is the instrument itself. Triangles can be purchased for anywhere between $5 and $500. You may be wondering, what's the difference between a $5 and a $500 triangle? Well, the answer is simply overtones. A quality triangle has an abundance of overtones that dominate its sound. This allows the triangle to blend with the ensemble no matter what key the piece is in or the harmony that's being played. Low-quality triangles have a very clear pitch center. These instruments will not blend with anything and can sound like hitting two forks together in your silverware drawer, which is probably not the sound you're looking for from your ensemble. The best thing you can do to find a quality triangle is to go test out a dozen of them and purchase one that has a large spectrum of overtones. There are a number of companies that produce triangles of all different sizes and materials. A 6-inch triangle is standard, but smaller and larger triangles are readily available through Sabian, Grover Pro Percussion, Black Swamp Percussion, and Alan Abel triangles. For a school music program, I would recommend having at least 2 triangles that have significantly different sounds for use in various musical situations. These could be 2 triangles of different sizes, different materials, or different manufacturers. Just be sure to listen to a triangle before you purchase to make sure that you are getting a quality instrument. Before we get to striking the triangle, we need to talk about the item needed to hold it. Triangle clips come in a variety of different designs. All sorts of clips can be purchased, and many percussionists make their own clips from various materials. A quality clip holds the triangle in place while offering maximum durability, versatility, security, and resonance. Let me talk through each of these descriptors individually. Obtaining a durable triangle clip is important. Some clips sell for as much as $30 or $40, and this is not something that you want to be purchasing every year for your music program. The first characteristic that you want to look for in terms of the durability of the clip is the material that it's made of. Triangle clips can be made from wood, metal, or plastic. In my experience, metal clips tend to hold up a bit better than their wood or plastic counterparts. The quality of the spring that holds the clip in place is also important. A broken spring mechanism can be difficult to replace and usually requires trashing the whole clip. A versatile triangle clip is one that can clamp securely to a stand as well as be held comfortably. Be sure to test the clip you plan to purchase to make sure that it will work for you in both holding and clamping situations. No one wants to hear the sound of a triangle bouncing off the floor of the concert hall. This is why having a clip with a secure clamp is important. This leads us into the last part of the triangle clip discussion, achieving maximum resonance. Finding a clip with a string that supports the weight of the triangle securely while still offering maximum resonance is difficult. Many companies use some variety of fishing line. This allows the triangle to ring while keeping it secure. A second loop is usually found on a quality clip as a fail-safe in case the first one breaks. This again avoids the nightmare situation of the triangle falling to the floor during a performance. Also be sure to look at the size of the loops. String that is too long will allow the triangle to rotate and swing when struck. This creates issues in achieving a consistent sound through a musical line. Find a clip that just barely fits your triangle. This will keep the triangle steady as it is struck. Please know that it is important to find a quality clip to use with your triangle. Be sure to avoid the situation where your students feel that it's acceptable or even necessary to hold up the triangle with a shoelace or, even worse, just their finger. The last aspect of the triangle setup is the beater. Triangle beaters are made of various metals and come in many shapes and sizes. You can find simple metal rods, beaters with rubber grips, teardrop-shaped beaters, and cylindrical beaters. Percussionists all have different opinions about which beaters sound best for their triangles and their concert halls. I would, of course, encourage you to use your ears when selecting a set of beaters. The one aspect of triangle beaters that I would really like to discuss for a moment is their diameter. Triangle beaters with a small diameter work well for smaller triangles and for soft dynamics. It's difficult to play loudly with a thin beater, mostly due to the fact that there isn't enough mass to get the triangle vibrating enough. Larger beaters, on the other hand, can create significantly louder sounds, but lack the delicateness needed for softer dynamics or lighter playing. Be sure to have a variety of beaters with various thicknesses on hand so that your students can choose the right beater for each musical situation. Let's now get into actually striking the instrument. I'll first talk about how to hold the triangle, and then follow that up by talking about how to hold the beater. First, place the triangle onto the clip. Be sure to loop both strings around the triangle for security. If the first one happens to break, the second one will be there to catch the instrument. From here, make a C with your non-dominant hand. This will keep the dominant hand free to strike the instrument. Turn your hand flat so that the thumb is facing toward you like you're holding a cup. Now take the clip with the attached triangle in your other hand and place it atop the C. The triangle should now dangle below the clip with your middle, ring, and pinky fingers ready to grab it when necessary. When left to its own devices, the triangle can ring for a while after being struck. So having those back fingers ready to dampen will be important. With this grip, the triangle might feel a bit wobbly at first, but just as with all the other new techniques we have learned in this course, it will feel more comfortable over time. When playing the triangle, best practice is to hold the triangle at eye level and look at the conductor through the instrument. This keeps the high overtones of the triangle from getting caught up in the rows of bodies between the instrument and the audience. It also allows you to see the conductor and the instrument at the same time, which can be very important when the triangle swings after being struck. Now that we have the triangle ready to go, let's look at the striking hand. Start by picking up a triangle beater at the very bottom with the thumb and your first two fingers. The pinky and ring fingers should be clear of the back of the beater. From here, face the thumbnail towards your body, holding the beater vertically. Be sure to keep an extremely loose grip to produce the best sound. To strike the triangle, use the wrist and hit the bottom of the instrument at a 45-degree angle. Striking at an angle will activate the vibration of the triangle both vertically and horizontally. Utilizing both of these modes of vibration produces the highest quantity of overtones, which is the sound we are looking for. In terms of playing area, one note that I'd like to make is that all triangles are different. Even two triangles of the same model made by the same manufacturer will have subtle differences in sound. Moving slightly to the left or to the right on the bottom side of the triangle will create different sounds. Some triangles even sound better when struck on one of the upper sides. Experiment with your instrument and find the place where the overtones are the most present. Triangle rolls can be performed with one beater at any closed end of the instrument. Simply place the beater in a corner and shake it back and forth, striking two sides quickly. Some students will feel more comfortable using one of the bottom corners, and others will like utilizing the top of the instrument. Either technique can work as long as the sound that is produced is smooth. Another way that a roll can be achieved is with two hands. Playing with two hands requires mounting the triangle on a stand. A music stand can be utilized, but it's risky. Many music stands cannot hold the weight of the instrument and could cause the triangle to fall to the floor. I would recommend using a cymbal stand with some sort of metal plate to clip the triangle to. Mounting can be done with a single clip, but more stability is added when two clips are used. To use a second clip, simply loop the triangle through another clip and mount to the stand. Now we can use two beaters to play faster, more dense rhythms and rolls just as with many other percussion instruments. Now, go find a quality triangle, a secure clip, and a set of beaters, and go practice. Just as with the tambourine, I've included a few short etudes in the accompanying materials. Start there and then try to perform some of the snare drum reading studies on the triangle. Play each etude while holding the triangle, and then again with a triangle mounted on a stand. Have fun and good luck.